Don't get too close now. First things first, of course, is the Oni trash. Very simple, large mobs. They do AoE, so melee beware. Key here is to tank them in line of sight of your healers because you can easily get out of line of sight over these little hills. But easy tank and spank, some fire resist is nice here. If I was melee, I would just keep out. If I was off tank, I would also just keep out and just save my mana. But here I'm main tanking it, and I'm just hitting some kings buffs, a lot more than usual because I only have 5 warriors currently. And I'm pulling the second one, and here I wanted to back them up some more, but we didn't get that opportunity. So I believe I ended up pulling the third one eventually. This one's almost out. You see the third one pulling up. Everybody's too close, so I'm going to pull it right now. And right now, as you can see, I'm out of line of sight of the healer, so I'm not getting healed, so I end up blowing my land on hands, which would have been great during Onyxia with some extra mana, but now I don't have that. It's kind of my fault as a tank, and I didn't set up the raid properly. And here we go into Onyxia. I hit her with a Judgment of Righteousness, and I'm going to drop my max rank Consecrate, and I'm going to try to back her up while spamming kings. Again, I only have 4 warriors in the group. Usually you have a lot more, so you got to spam it a lot more in these cases. But it looks like I have plenty of threat on Oni herself. And I'm just going to continue spamming kings. So I'm right around 40% mana. I'm going to pop a mana pot and just solidify my position. And it looks like we have low DPS, but that's okay. It's not a DPS race. As long as everybody follows mechanics, we'll get it down. But as a Paladin Tank, I realize that hey, this is going to be tough coming towards the end because I am constrained by my mana. So having good DPS is always a plus if you're a Paladin Tank, but you do want to be prepared in any situation, and I do get hit with some situations while I'm trying to play, and maybe that causes me to think about my setup and how I do things in the future. But we're going to rip through this phase 1 no problem. Again, very few warriors, very few rogues, so yeah, this first phase is going really slow, but we have a lot of range, so the second phase is going to go really quickly. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the east side to get whelps, and my intention is to use a lower level Consecrate and to use Seal of Wisdom to get my mana up. My eyes on Oni, trying not to do much threat. I got my Seal of Wisdom, and now I'm popping some consecrations, and I'm hoping the melee can do most of the work here. Because my goal here is to generate as much mana as possible for phase 3. You can see my mana is already very low here. So, not particularly going well for me. And after that, you can kind of chillax, keep an eye on her health, and when phase 3 is about to pop, I'm about third on threat, so I don't have to pop any kings at the moment, which is perfect. And again, I'm not getting much threat from my kings due to the lack of people, so you get more threat per person using the king's buff. So we're going to have trouble going to this next phase. I did pop my mana pot again, so I popped it earlier so I can pop it one more time. And now I'm coming over here trying to jump up and get some hits. It doesn't seem to be working, so whelps are coming up. I'm going to head back over there, and I'm going to try to generate some more mana and conserve as much as I can. I'll let them fly around and hit some people a little bit. I'm not really worried about that. We got plenty of healers. And here she comes. I'm going to start trying to spam my kings. You got to find somebody who is in range of your king's buff. It's going to take me a second here to get her up. A bunch of people are spinning and turning around, but I do have a warrior off tank currently who's going to generate a whole bunch of threat get her into position as I climb my way back to the top. I wouldn't have minded if the warrior did maintain threat throughout the entire engagement at this point. Sometimes you just gotta take your L's, but now I'm on a mission. I wanted to make this video. So here we are, we're busting our butt, we're spamming out kings. We're trying to use the world cooldowns to sneak in some judgments and righteousnesses, some protection with some holy shields. And don't be that hunter who ran in front of Oni and just got flame breath. So yeah, we're just going to spam kings, and we're going to try to get Seal of Judgment up on Oni to generate some extra mana, because we are out of mana, and the DPS is kind of slow, but we don't have the biggest group. I'm going to push that button every time I get a chance. I'm going to rely that my gear is well enough to tank Oni, and it should be. I am in 5 pieces of T2 gear. I got a, epic BWL shield. I got the Causality. My trinkets are both epic, and I got the Elementinium cloak, so we should do well. The only epic I'm missing is my neck piece for a Molten Core. I might actually just do Dire Maul West a few times while I wait for Molten Core to try to get that defensive neck to stack more defense. It's a tough part when you're tanking as a paladin trying to get spell power and defense. And here you see the whelps group up on me because I am spamming king, so that is a lot of threat, but I don't have any AoE DPS up to really hold them down. But that's okay, I'm kind of stacked, and I got all the healers healing me, and a lot of DPS has died, but we're about to finish this out, and we are main tanking Onyxia. You see me weapon hop a little bit. I want to generate some more mana. One thing you gotta remember is sometimes when you're spamming kings, you might click off the boss and make sure you're always attacking. Hit that T or whatever you have your attack as, because you do want to be doing Seal of Righteous Threat or gaining mana from your Seal of Wisdom. This ended up being a really long fight, but we managed to squeeze through and pretty much maintain threat the entire way, and that felt pretty good. I haven't been doing it for that long. This has been my third time taking Oni, and once you figure it out, you really just gotta do it and get used to it. But nobody starts off really good, and as you can see here, here's the case. It didn't go perfect, but everybody had fun. I had fun. It was a really good group of people. I could tell a lot of them were new going into some raids, and they had a lot of veterans in their group, which was, I thought, really cool. They were helping a lot of people out. Anyway, I'll probably get another protection paladin up and maybe stick one in their guild, because they did seem like good people. Have a wonderful evening, guys.